Good morning. Look at those pretty yellow spring buds everywhere over there. Look at all that. Isn't that just a beautiful sight? It's a lovely overcast morning, so I thought we would have a long walk and a chat today. So, where are we headed? Well, we're not going to go down this way today into the wealthy people neighborhood. We're just going to walk up here towards the mount, and we're going to check in on my favorite old tree. And for those of you who follow me, you know that there is an old, likely dead Joshua tree out in the middle of this big field, and I like looking at it from time to time. So we're going to go check that out today. And I am loving this cold, well, it's not super cold, but this nice, cool, breezy, overcast spring morning. It's just lovely. Now that we're at the crest of this little hill here, take a look at how lovely this looks. Isn't that just picturesque? Don't you just love that back there? All the beautiful morning, or all the beautiful yellow spring buds. Just makes that picturesque and perfect, doesn't it? Wouldn't you like to live in a place like this? I know I would. I'm glad that I moved back here and gave up on pretty much all modern civilization. I'm glad I moved out here in the middle of nowhere. It's nice living around farmers and hunters and people that just keep to their own again. I spent like 15 years of my life learning the hard way about how just ugly and cancerous and degenerate everything is. And yeah, I got a lot of that ugliness on me. I done stuff that I ain't proud of. But thankfully, I learned and I moved away from all that. And now, well, look where I get to live. Look at this place. Look at these gorgeous clouds. I highly recommend anybody who wants a quality life getting the hell away from cities. I don't even know if it's going to be safe for us in big cities anymore, to be honest. It could just be my bias and my own, I don't know, conservative-minded fear talking. Oh no, that Joshua tree's not dead. We're going to go have a look. But regardless, oh, look at the sun trying to peek through today. Well, I hope it stays hidden, because I don't like direct sunlight. All right. Here we go. Oh, looks like they've been putting up new fence here. That's why they tore down the old fence. They got new fence this year. Okay, cool. Well, that's the old tree that I like, and I always forget if it's dead or not, but apparently it's definitely not dead, so it's been there for a long time. So we'll get that favorite tree of mine in the background here. Anyway, I would like to ask you guys who follow me regularly and love my morning walks, how would you guys feel if I gave up bleaching my hair? It's a lot of work. It's unnatural. It's not much money. It's only like $100 a year because I buy my own chemicals to do it. But I have really dark, almost black hair. And I could just go back to being black-haired. I like having really light hair, but it's a lot of work. And I'm thinking that, why do it? I ain't trying to impress anybody. I got a husband. I ain't planning on leaving. It's not like I'm completely married to the white hair look. I just think it looks cool. And I started doing this in high school, by the way. I did this forever ago. So I don't know. I've gone back and forth with hair colors and hair length a lot in my life. Usually short, because long hair is a lot of work. Just curious if you guys would think it would be too dramatic of a change for me to go back to having black hair. Well, not go back to, but just letting my natural hair grow out, and once I get a little more root, maybe just dyeing it black and saying, I don't know, forget it. Just don't care anymore. What would you guys think? Let me know. All right. Look how beautiful now. Now that we're getting to the Sermon on the Mount area, which I playfully took to calling this big hill. I just love it up here. It's so pretty. You have such a great vantage to see. You can almost see where I live. Over there in that distance, that white old farmhouse there, that is the little holler that my family lives in. So we never video over there because I don't like you guys to see exactly where I live. But in general, that little dip over there, about half a mile from here, I guess, that's that over there is my holler. So now you know. Let's get a better look at it today. Let's walk over there. Okay. Now that's private property beyond that fence, so I don't like to go beyond there. But we'll go over here and have a peek. And you can see the nice yellow in the distance too. See all the dotted yellow on the crest of the hill there? And then over there you can see that big red barn and that white house. That's just over that, and then that gully, that's my mountain holler over there. So that's the holler I live in and where I come from. All right, so let's move on. I know that I talk about the importance of feeling nature a lot. And the reason I do that is everyone I've known who has lived in both nature and big city areas, who has done like I did, taken a sabbatical away from nature and hunting and fishing and farming and stuff, lived a life of being disconnected from nature, then went back to it. Every single one of those people I know, men and women, they all say that it was a mistake to stop being connected to nature, to stop farming, to stop hunting and fishing. They say that it's much more simpatico, as other English languages might say, or as other European languages might say. In English, I would say it's more synergistic, spiritually and mentally, to be a part of the natural world around us. We're gonna go up here. I think that the more that we deal with every day of the real world, meaning not people and governments and taxes and shit, but things like farm animals, hunting and fishing, growing crops, having a garden, walking outside to where you can see and feel and smell things. Like, look at this. I don't even know what kind of weeds these are. I couldn't tell you. But there's just an acre of them. What is that? I don't know. Maybe one of you know. But it's just a tall grass-like weed. And you can see some purple in the distance from a different kind of weed that's blooming. It's just a wonderful spring day. And if you don't live in an area where you can enjoy this kind of thing, if you're not part of this kind of, I don't know, this natural splendor, if you're not part of an area where you can, there's a loud truck coming, I'm gonna wait. All right. If you don't feel the wind, smell all the natural smells, and get out and actually experience this, I feel like it's like binding up a limb and letting it atrophy. I feel like there's an important thread or connection that maybe all humans have, but definitely West kind have, where we need to be connected to wind and rain and soil and animals and bugs and pollen and all the shit that makes us, I don't know, that made us evolve, that made us have to be what we are. I feel like that if we don't come out here and at least every once in a while meditate upon, have a nap out in the woods, go on a camping trip, go hiking, if we don't at least do this every once in a while, it's like you have an important appendage of yourself that you keep bound and just let atrophy. And in medicine, we all know, if you have even a toe or a finger that's atrophied and weak, it can cause all kinds of health problems. It can start to have vascular problems and throw clots. It can have advanced cancers because the cells don't get properly nourished, so they're more prone to mutation. And I think that we need to feel nature because we need to be connected to each other. And I think that we can do that through, I talk about the natural order a lot. And I think that part of the natural order is having families, communities, parents, children that believe that this world matters. Whether you believe it's God from the Bible, whether you believe it's some kind of pagan entity, or maybe you don't believe in anything spiritual or religious at all. I think that the natural order and being connected to this world that we evolved on is how we can have that kind of spiritual unity together. That's why I talk about nature a lot. I feel it. And maybe, just maybe, if you spend time in a place like this and get to see beautiful overcast sunrise mornings like this, and get to feel the cool rain and see the beautiful rolling hills of this lush farmland, maybe you can start to feel it too. And then maybe you can help others feel it. And then maybe, just maybe, we can have the unity we need to make it through the storm. Have a good weekend, everybody.